Hey guys, we're gonna try and make a rig rundown video. I'm gonna tell you about all the different guitars that I have and the amps and the pedals. Hopefully we can do this pretty quick, and I don't know, it's pretty exciting. I like watching PremierGuitar.com rig rundowns, and I know a lot of people like watching those, and so it's exciting and it'll be fun, and try and do this quick, but here we go. Uh, this is my bass. I haven't played it in a few years, to be honest. Well, I just made a YouTube video, I don't know, about a month ago or so with it, along with a Fender P-Bass that I had. And I gotta tell you, that Ibanez 5-string, I bought it used for like $100. It's the lowest line Ibanez you can get. I switched out the pickups for Bartolini pickups in it. And this neck, here's the Bartolini pickups, but this neck, I've never adjusted it once. Well, that Fender P-Bass I had to adjust it like all the time. Intonation always went out on the P-Bass. It was American. It was an American P-Bass. It was the Highway 1 series. And I don't know, it's just unfortunate that a cheaper Ibanez guitar was really a lot better. But anyway, here's my 7-string Ibanez RG. It's the RG7421. I changed out the tuners to Hipshot tuners. I got DiMarzio Blaze single coil in the neck and a DiMarzio tone zone and a bridge, and I'm waiting on getting a Hipshot bridge to replace this because I don't know if you can see, but the screws, they sit up extremely high and it's uncomfortable to play, and so I don't really play it. But here is a Kramer that I bought from Sweetwater. I got it on a discount because it was a used, like a return demo guitar. It's an Assault Plus. I get like a lot of my guitars on demo deals on basically half off. I switched out the bridge pickup. It used to be an alternative 8 pickup. Put a JB, gives it a little more bottom end, that low mid range. While that alternative 8 was good if you want a lot of treble, really rips your head off. But I love this guitar. It's so beautiful. I love the maple fretboard on it and the pretty maple top they got on it. But it's made in Korea. The Ibanez is made in like Indonesia. I just got an Eddie Van Halen Wolfgang Standard. It is made in Indonesia as well. And quality on this is not as good as the Korean guitars, but it's still pretty good. I was surprised at how well it plays. The fretwork is really nice. It's smooth. It's completely like unfinished neck. And it's pretty awesome. I like that. It's got a really pretty top on it. Killer deal through the Tone King. And then here is a used guitar I got from Guitar Center. Found it online, I seen it, had a maple fretboard, and I was like, screw it, I'll just buy it. And the EMGs sound really good because it's a thinner body guitar. I wish it was the fuller thickness, like a Les Paul style, but these EMGs really complement the thinness of the guitar, and it really cuts through, has a lot more mid-range presence. And here is the very first guitar I ever bought. This is actually a Squier. I've got the neck down in the basement. I replaced the neck, obviously. It's a no-name branded neck. And I had to do all kinds of like truss rod adjustments. Had to like sand out to get the Allen key down in there to the truss rod adjustment. But once I got it set up, it plays extremely nice. Like an unfinished neck. It retains a lot of like the oils. So this one, it feels like it's kind of like oily, I don't know, like a light finish, light oil rub finish, and it's great. But I've got DiMarzio pickups in it. I've got Evolution in the bridge. I've got like an area. I've got the area pickups in the single coils. And then this is a Fender Telecaster. I run a lot of the Planet Wave locking tuners, which are auto trimming. These are DiMarzio area pickups as well. That's the Tele, and that's like a area 58, I think. And that is a Joe PAF in the bridge. I'm gonna replace this stock bridge with a Hipshot bridge. And we're gonna demo the sound before and after. But this is an extremely heavy guitar. It's pine, and I don't know, it sounds super twangy right now. I'm hoping the Hipshot bridge will fatten it up a little bit, but you know, it plays great, sounds great, like a Tele. And this is an American Fender Stratocaster, and just completely amazing guitar. I put the locking tuners on there. I've switched out the stock pickups. These are Fender, I don't know if you can see that, the SCN is Samarium Cobalt Noiseless, and that is a DiMarzio Super Distortion in the bridge. I had a DiMarzio Airzone, which was actually the best bridge pickup I ran in both of these guitars. That pickup is now right here in the neck. But that Airzone with the Fenders is like the bomb. It's probably the best pickup I've ran in the bridge position on a Fender. I'll probably, in time, I might pick up a few more Airzone pickups, but I really like the sound of this guitar right now with that Super Distortion. Sounds killer. Here is the cheapest guitar I've got. This is a Dean. Put the Planet Wave locking tuners on it. Obviously I painted it. I've got a GMC Fender Icon 4x4. That is a Mighty Mite replacement Tele neck pickup. That is a Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge. I got a 3-way switch and 1 volume. Killer sounding guitar. I just know it's got a rosewood neck on like a rosewood fingerboard on a maple neck. I'm guessing it's probably a mahogany. I think it's a mahogany body, but I honestly do not know. It is probably one of my best sounding guitars. And it's super cheap, and I know it's, a lot of people think the best guitars you get are the most expensive guitars, which can be true. but also it's just how they feel, how they make you feel when you play them, and tones in the hands, and I don't know, everything else works together, but I love that guitar. Here is an LTD Deluxe. It's the EC1000T, so it is the full thickness as a Les Paul. Extremely heavy guitar. This is a headset that I just put in. I need to rework the electronics because it sounds like it has a dead battery or something. But this guitar is made in Korea. It has the best fit and finish of any of the guitars I've got. And it is just amazing. It sounds great. It plays great. I love that guitar. This is a Charvel, which is a Fender branded guitar now. Made in China. The neck is incredible. It is like a bare finish, like oil rub. It feels incredible. These are Seymour Duncan Blackouts, and they sound incredible. They're active, and they really feel and play like they are passive pickups, and it is amazing. This is a PRS SE single cut, also Korean. I've got a DiMarzio Air Norton in the neck, a DiMarzio Tone Zone in the bridge. I blocked off the tremolo. As you can see, there's black wood there. I blocked off the American Strat that I've got. I don't use the tremolo arm. I put on locking tuners as well. Planet Waves locking tuners on this guitar, and this guitar. But this guitar I only paid 145 bucks for it because I went to Guitar Center. I was like, hey, I've got an Electro Harmonix Polychorus. I took in the Polychorus. I said, hey, I'll give you this Polychorus and $105 in cash. If you want it, I'll take the guitar. If not, I'll leave without it, and I'll take my pedal too. And they're like, well, you're gonna have to pay tax. I said, no, I don't think you heard me. I said, I'm only giving you this much money. And you can have the pedal and you can sell it. It's like, all right, well, we'll do it for you. And they wrote it up, and I don't like spending a lot of money, you know? I don't know. This guitar is a Frederick Akison, what do you call it? Signature model by PRS SE. It is a full body guitar. I put a DiMarzio Air Norton. It's a black and red finish, and an Air Zone, which is purple. Sounds great. This is a Tone Pros wraparound adjustable tailpiece. The A string is messed up. We've got to figure out a way to put something to keep that adjustable saddle from moving. But I got that used. I traded in my SG-J that I had and traded it even for that. Yeah, I downgraded getting this guitar, but I like it better than the SG-J, so worked out for me. This is a Gibson Les Paul Studio in like a faded satin finish, and it is an amazing plain guitar. I had took enamel paint, it was white. I tried covering it because I wanted a white guitar like that LTD. I wanted to put like a whitewash finish on it, and the paint wasn't really doing it. It was just all blotchy and whatever, so I rubbed it off with a wet towel. And it came out great. I like the finish on it now, how it's got this real distressed, almost antique look to it. But I might do it again just to add a little more whiteness to it. But showed you these guitars. And here's my pedal board that I'm using currently. A Dime Wah. It sounds great, but I personally like just the standard Crybaby Wah Wah. Got a noise suppressor, a chromatic tuner, classic overdrive by MXR, an MXR flanger. I like these Joyo delays better than the carbon copy. The carbon copy is good, sounds great. It's got dynamic control where you turn the knobs and it instantly affects the signal and everything. It's got the modulation, which is like a built-in chorus. But these, they give you that more clunky, thuddy delay tone. Sounds more analog. The carbon copy is great, but I don't know, it's too perfect sounding. I like the dirtiness of the Joyo personally. And this was 30 bucks, and I got this used for like 80 bucks. This is brand new for 30 bucks. I got two of them. Still spent less than what I paid for a used one at half price. I got the Hall of Fame TC a lot of electronic reverb pedal, a small stone, an MXR analog chorus, and the new MXR ISO brick. I use this Joyo effects switching system, so I can just like click a button and turn on a couple pedals at once, which is really nice. Just switches. And I got the Blackstar foot control as well. Currently I am using the Tiny Terror, and here's the settings that I run. Run the gain about right here, which is pretty clean. And then you just turn on the MXR Classic overdrive, and it really just boosts the signal and becomes a super driven sound. Here's the Blackstar. It is an HT Stage 60. And these are the settings that I use. I use reverb. I've got the resonance up pretty high. I don't like a lot of presence. I run everything about at noon. It's just boosted a little bit more on the bass. When I do use the yellow channel, the gain is driven, but on the red channel, which is what I typically use, I got the gain rolled back to about like 4. Not a lot of gain, but it's super overdriven and compressed. Sounds good. The clean channel, things are just boosted a little bit, not a lot. And I've got the voicing set at like the warm British side. And then this voicing is more, I think, the American, and this is more like British. But there you go. Hey, one quick thing I forgot. This is a Jet City extension cab I've got. It is a 212. It runs Eminence speakers inside of it. They're custom made for Jet City. I don't know, it's got more of a mid-range and treble sound to it. Then the Blackstar runs Celestion 7080, or they're 8070 speakers in it. I'm using the Blackstar as an extension cabinet for the orange. And then for strings, I use JHS 10 to 52 boomers. All the tunings are down a half step, so it's like Alice in Chains kind of. And for 7-string, I typically use these Diodario's on my 7-string just because it's harder to find the GHS boomers in a 7-string set without ordering them online. So that's it. So that is my entire rig that I run right now, and appreciate you guys watching, and leave your comments, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. I hate you. You suck at guitar. You got too many guitars. I know I got too many guitars. Thinking about thinning the herd. Leave your comments, and I will talk to you guys again later. Goodbye.